One day, a postman came to my village. The postman brought me a letter from my son, Saul. Is your name Adam? The postman asked. I said yes. I've got a letter for you. The postman read the envelope. Adam of the village of Menta. A letter for me? But who is it from? I asked. The postman looked at the envelope again. From Saul, he said. He gave me the letter and walked away. Martha! Martha! I called my wife. Come here. We have a letter from our son. Saul. Letter from Saul? She said. Is he alive and well? I am going to find the school teacher. He can read the letter. There was no school 50 years ago, so I cannot read and write. And here my only work is farming. My only son Saul left the village 2 years ago, and my 3 daughters are married. Saul is making a lot of money in a foreign country. Then Martha and school teacher came back. A lot of other people came. Everyone wanted to hear my letter. The school teacher opened the envelope and read the letter. 20 Taylor Street, London, E19, England. 16 March. Dear father, I am living in London. I have a job in a factory. The work is very hard. I often work at night, but the pay is good. I am well here. I live with the people from my country. I am sending you £100 in this letter. This is for you and mother. Love to you and mother. Your son Saul. £100, I said to the school teacher. You are wrong. It's a mistake. No, the school teacher said. I'm not wrong. It's not a mistake. Here is the money. And he gave me a piece of paper. What is this? I asked. A money order, the school teacher said. Go to Darpur. Take this money order to post office of Darpur. This money order is a worth of £100. The officials of post office will give you the money. Go there. £100, I said again. Everyone laughed and said, Adam, you are a rich man now. You can buy many things for your farm and house. And I can buy some good food and drink in Darpur. I am going to give you party to all of you, I told my friends. Martha said, Saul is a good son. Now that evening, the village people talked about my money order and my money. Martha and I also talked about the money. We needed many things for the farm. The next morning I got up very early. It was dark and everyone was asleep. But I was going to Darpur. I washed and dressed carefully. I put on my best clothes and I carried my best stick. I put the money order carefully in my pocket and I said goodbye to Martha. I walked 10 miles to the main road. I sat down at the main road and ate my breakfast. I waited for the bus. I waited for 2 hours. Then the bus came and I got on. It is a long way to Darpur. The bus takes 3 hours. I arrived at Darpur and walked to the post office immediately. Now I do not often go to Darpur. I only know the market and one shop. This is the shop of Rick. I buy things for my farm from him. There were a lot of people in the post office. I asked about my money order. A man showed me the queue. There was a long line of people and I waited at the back. Finally, it was my turn. I was at the front of the queue, but the official did not serve me. Excuse me? It's my turn. I'm next. Oh, you are next, old man? But I am busy, the official said. Look at my papers and look at all of these people. I am busy now and you must wait. So I waited. Finally, the official looked at me. What do you want? He asked. I gave him my money order. This is my money order for £100, I replied. The official held out his hand. Identity card, he said. Excuse me, I don't understand, I replied. Your identity card, the official said again. Give me your identity card. What is an identity card? I asked. I can't give you any money for this money order. First, I must see your identity card. Your identity card gives me your name, your address. Your identity card describes you. Okay? There is a photograph of you on your identity card. I don't know you. Who are you? And the official was little angry. But I was also angry. Who am I? I said. Everyone knows me. I am Adam from the village of Minta. I haven't got any identity card and I don't need any identity card. Look. Old man, I am very busy. You are very stupid, the official said. Who are you? Where is Minta? I don't know. Give me my money. Give me my 100 pounds, I said. The official looked at me. He was very angry. Show me your identity card. I don't know you. The official gave me my money order back and he turned away. Where can I buy an identity card? I asked the official. He did not speak to me. He did not answer. Go to the Ministry of the Interior, a man said, and he was standing in the queue. He told me the way, and I walked to the Ministry of the Interior. I waited in another queue. I spoke to another official. I asked for an identity card. Fill in this application form, the official said, and bring me the form and 3 photographs of yourself and 2 pounds. Come back tomorrow. Tomorrow, I said. Can I have an identity card today, please? I live in Minta. It is 5 hours away from Darpur. I'm an old man. Look at me. Yes, come back tomorrow, the official said and turned away. I walked away from the Ministry of the Interior. I walked to the market. At the market, I looked at everyone. I was looking for a man from my village, but I could not find any villager. So then I walked to the shop of Rick. I spoke to Rick. I want an identity card, I told him, but I need 3 photographs of myself. I see. You need some photographs. And he showed me the way to the photographer. I went there. I found the house. The photographer was asleep, but he came quickly to me. He was very dirty. His clothes were very dirty. He looked very tired. I need an identity card, I said. I need 3 photographs of myself. Yes, you want 3 photographs of yourself? And I take good photographs. Come and see my camera. We walked into his room. In the middle of the room, there was a large camera. This is the best camera in Darpur. This camera is very good, he said proudly. I have never seen a camera, I said. I don't know about cameras. Hurry up and take a photograph of me. Please do not hurry, old man. I'm a photographer, he said. I'm an artist. And he gave me mirror and comb. I don't want mirror, I don't want comb. Please take my photograph. I am going to Minta this afternoon. I'm in a hurry. Why don't you understand? I said. Yes, he said. But first, the price. This is the best camera in Darpur. I am the best photographer. 3 photographs will cost of £2.50. £2.50, I laughed. Yes, £2.50. And pay me now, please, the photographer answered. I did not know the price of photographers. What could I do then? He said, you are an old man, for you price is £2. Give me just £2. Okay? So I gave him money and he took my photographs. Come back tomorrow, he said. But I want my photographs now. Immediately, right now, I said. Don't be stupid, photographer said. Photographers take 24 hours at least to make photographs. Come back tomorrow. What could I do? So I said, okay, tomorrow morning. Good, the photographer said. Now go. I have a lot of works. I'm very busy. I went back to the bus station. I sat on the bus for 3 hours, but the bus did not come. So I walked 10 miles back to my village. It was night time and I was very tired. I returned to my village. Martha and my friends were waiting for money. Where is money? Martha asked. No money. I cannot change the money order. First, I have an identity card. I told Martha everything. Tomorrow I am going to Darpur again, I said. I was very tired. I did not speak another word. It was late at night. I lay on my bed and slept. I woke up late the next morning. The sun was already high. I did not walk to the main road and catch a bus. All the buses go to Darpur early in the morning. So I stayed at home on Wednesday. I was still very tired. I rested and talked to the villagers about the money order. And I told them all. About the identity card, the photographer, everything. The school teacher said, yes, the official is correct. In a post office, you always show your identity card. The school teacher filled my application form, and on Thursday, I traveled to Darpur again. I walked to the main road and caught the bus. In Darpur, I walked to the house of photographer and knocked. No one came to the door. I knocked again, loudly, with my stick. A woman opened the door. Your photographs? I have no photographs, the woman replied. I came here on Tuesday. Where is the photographer? I asked. He's out. He's not here, the woman replied and closed the door. Then I shouted at her, I am waiting for him here. After a long time, the photographer came back. He looked tired and he smelt of beer. Give me my photographs, I said. I have waited a long time for you. The photographer looked at me and said, I don't know you, old man. What photographs are you talking about? My 3 photographs of my identity card. I paid you £2 for them on Tuesday. Give me my photographs immediately or my money. Your photographs? Your money? What are you talking about? The photographer said. Show me the paper. Show me the receipt. My receipt? I asked. Yes, where is the receipt? The photographer asked. You didn't give me a receipt, I shouted. Give me my photographs or my money. Immediately. And I hit the photographer hard with my stick. I am old, but I am still strong. The photographer fell on the ground and shouted, Help! Help! This old man is killing me. And I hit him very hard again. Lots of people ran out their houses and I hit photographer again. The 2 men held me and I could not get away from them. The photographer was very angry and I was very angry. Lots of people were shouting there. Then the policeman came. Photographer shouted to the policeman, This old man hit me 3 times with a stick. He's a thief. He's a murderer. He wants my money. He wants to kill me. The policeman held my arm and said, Come with me to the police station. I did not say anything and walked to the police station. At the police station, the policeman asked me, Did you hit the man 3 times? Yes, I said, because he didn't give me my photographs. Show me your identity card, said the policeman. I am Adam from Minta village, I replied, and I haven't got my identity card. Sorry. Old man, look at me, said the policeman. Go back to your village. Don't come here and fight. Keep out of Darpur, okay? He pushed me into the street. I went back to my village. I was very tired and angry. Now next day, I told my story to all my villagers. The villagers were angry. Martha was very unhappy. She said, Our son Saul is working very hard. He is sending money, but we can't have money. What are we going to do? I did not know. Then in the evening, the school teacher came to my house again. Adam, perhaps I can help you, the school teacher said. Here is a letter to Mr. Seth. Mr. Seth? I said. Who is he? School teacher replied, He is an important man in Darpur. He is the friend of my wife's cousin. This letter is for him. The letter is about your money order. Perhaps it can help you. I took the letter and thanked the school teacher. So I traveled to Darpur again on Saturday for the 3rd time. After a long time, I found Mr. Seth's house. The door was opened by a tall man. Can I see Mr. Seth? I asked. And who are you? He asked to me. I have a letter for Mr. Seth, I replied. I see. Can I have the letter, please? He held out his hand. Here's the letter, I said, and took out the letter from my pocket. But I must see Mr. Seth. Many people want to meet him, he replied. He is an important man. He is a busy man. He is not here at the moment. But I can give your message to him. So I gave him the letter. Then I waited. Later, a large black car came in. Then a man went into the house. After a long time, the tall man opened the door again. He said to me, Come in now, please, follow me. I followed the man. We went into a large room with fine carpets, big chairs. Another man was in the room. He was drinking. This is Mr. Seth, said the old man. Hello, I am Adam from Menta village, I replied. So I know. Thank you for the letter. I hope I can help you. I like to help people. Please sit down. And smiled at me. His clothes were very new and smart. Thank you, I said. Can I see the money order, please? He asked to me. I took the money order out of my pocket. By now, the money order was very dirty and looked very old. I gave it to Mr. Seth. This money order is 100 pounds, I said. My son sent it from foreign country. Mr. Seth unfolded the money order and looked at it. You can't change this money order, he said. This money order is not worth of 100 pounds. This money order is worth nothing. Worth nothing? Worthless? I asked. Then he looked at money order again and said, yes, worthless. I think your son does not understand about money orders. This money order is not correct for our country. You know? I said nothing. Mr. Seth gave me my money order back. Then Mr. Seth smiled and said, I am sorry. You are an old man. You came a long way from your village. What can I give you to eat and drink? I was not hungry at that time. But Mr. Seth went out of his room. Then he brought me some coffee and the cake. I drank the coffee. Old man, said Mr. Seth, I like to help people. I'm a rich man. Give me your money order. I gave my money order to him. Yes, the money order is worthless, he said again. But I am going to help you. I am going to change this money order for you. I am going to give you some money. He went out of his room again. I felt very happy again. After a few minutes, his servant came and said, he gave me an envelope. This is from Mr. Seth. You can go now. I went out of the house. I walked along the road to the bus station. I opened the envelope and took out the money. Counted the money. It was 10 pounds. And I thought about my only son Saul. My son Saul sent me a money order of 100 pounds and Mr. Seth had given me 10 pounds. I felt very old and poor again.